Welcome back to DaSquad Chicago. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Coming back to see our beautiful faces or listen to our very, very beautiful voices. Before we get started, before I intro all the boys in real quick, I do want to clear up something as there's a little bit, there's some confusion out there. We are a Chicago podcast. We love Chicago sports, all Chicago sports team. And we may even share our color scheme, the whole blue and orange, with a particular Chicago team. But I do want to point out that in no way is this a Chicago football team podcast. Yes. Breaking news. They lost their damn name. Not because they're racist like that Washington team, even though they won't get a black quarterback to lead our team for some reason. But that's another story. We're not talking about that right now. But because they're booty. They're ass. They're straight cheeks.
Doo-doo. Boo-boo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are not wrong. They are, in fact, you Mr. Biscuit Truthers out there. You had your boy start. How they do?
Boo-boo.
Our coaching.
Boo-boo.
Even our damn defense.
Boo-boo.
Get that out of here.
Boys. Chicago Bulls. We see you. You're looking young. You're getting you. We there's some chances there that this might evolve into something. So we see you. We recognize you. Chicago Cubs, Chicago Sox. Doesn't matter. We rep all the colors here at DaSquad. Chicago Sky, Fire. We see you. Blackhawks. You doing your thing. But your Chicago football team. I can't. Boys. Am I alone here?
I mean, it's a lot like years past, where it's like, hey, we might have something here. And then before you know it, your quarterback is who we thought they are. And then our offensive line continues to be an issue. So it's tough.
Everything looks like an issue now. Our coaching is an issue. Whether Bill Lazor. Who the hell is Bill Lazor, first of all? I've never heard this name before this year. Either him, Matt Nagy, doesn't matter who's coaching the offense. Defense is giving up. Like, there's a lot there. But before we get into our disappointment, and hopefully we end off this podcast with a bit of positivity, hopefully. Before we get into the further disappointment, let me intro the boys in. Do it properly. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks for Thanksgiving break. DGB, how are you feeling? Feeling fed after Thanksgiving break? How you been?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I know Porky and I had talked about, our recipe amounts, not changing, even though you might not have had the amount of people, that you used to. So leftovers were plentiful, but we got creative and used them in a multitude of ways. So, it was a good holiday. But yeah, definitely had to put on the elastic band pants of any kind of variety. For the last, what do we got? 5 days since then. So, yeah, it's a marathon of eating.
I'm glad you you found a way to celebrate even after your people did some horrible things in the past. But we're gonna. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
there's no debate there.
Positivity. Porky, hey, double Porky image over there. Porky, how you doing today?
I am doing good. My headphones just went out, so does my audio sound terrible at the moment or no?
No. But we can skip you. That's just fine. We don't have to talk to you right now. I'm sure you'll be talking to us later. What about you, Truth? How you doing?
Fun? Living good. Thanksgiving was great. It wasn't a marathon. It was a sprint. Got the food. It was gone in 2 days, maybe 1 day. So, yeah, bro, just 40-yard dash that, and it was great, though. Like, I had to spice it up a little bit because I started bartending for everyone instead of just doing the classic, like, wine and all that crap. So, made it sexy. It was nice. It was fun.
Saxon. Okay.
Oh yeah, good
Okay.
food, great food.
Sounds
Yo,
fun.
can you hear me?
We can hear you now. We can hear you
Okay,
now, Porky.
good.
Porky. And I'm glad
All
we
right.
can hear you now, Porky, because I did want to ask specifically you and DGB a question real quick because
Mhm.
3 weeks ago, I came on here and you guys kind of laughed at me a little bit, and I said, hey, it was, we lost a couple games in a row. We looked pretty horrible, but we've looked horrible all year. Defense was holding us up, but it was after 2 losses, and I said, hey, guys, are you guys concerned about Pace or Nagy being on a hot seat? Do you guys think that there might be some conversations going on in the building about replacing these two? Porky, you came on here and you said, no, there's no hot seats. They're just waiting for Nick Foles to catch on fire. Right now, he's bored. This is what you said. You said Nick Foles
Oh,
is
I
bored right
never,
now.
I never said we're waiting for him
I'm
to
talking.
catch on
I'm
fire.
talking. Porky, you said Nick Foles was bored. You said he was waiting until his back is up against the wall. His back is against the wall, and then he will do what Nick Foles does and explode over everyone's face. You see the BDN reference there? Explode on everyone's face. You see what I
He doesn't get that anymore. He doesn't get that.
He doesn't get that anymore. No, he does not get that treatment anymore.
Taken away.
Not
So
anymore.
Porky, I ask you, has your feelings changed? Because again, 3 weeks ago you said everything was okay as expected. How are you feeling right now after another 3 losses? Embarrassing most of the time on prime time. Again, most of our team looking
Boo-boo.
like boo-boo. How do you feel now?
You know, the biggest thing that got cleared up for me was the fact that there is no hope for Mitch. I thought that he might have potential somewhere, I was like, you know what, maybe you sign him and keep him another year because nobody's going to want him, right? So you keep him as a backup and maybe he might flourish into something. Now his career is over. There is nothing left of anything anywhere. So that's finally solidified for me, So I'm like, okay, good. At least we know it's done and over with. Okay. Now the whole dynamics, I'm not for firing these people right away. I'm not. That they all came into
people. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
well, there ain't no black people on the Bears, so so they came into a really crappy situation. And it was rough year initially going into it, and it was a bit of a transition. And Pace had he's had some really bad picks and some really good picks. So when we look at all of this, then there's aspects of signs there, right? We look at Trey Burton now, looking kind of decent. Elsewhere, somewhat performing. Adam Shaheen is getting love in Miami for some reason. Leonard Fournette is okay, something's going on there. So when you look at all these things, there's something to whatever Pace was doing. But then, all right, that coaching staff now, right? And that is an area of concern. What exactly is going on there? I'm actually not. After deep thought, I thought, okay, maybe if Pace does go, then I'd be more inclined to see more of Nagy. But I'm actually more inclined to see Pace longer. And after Nagy, he let go of a lot of people. Harry Heasfand has been a phenomenal O-line coach throughout years, and he let him go. And now he picked up what seems to be a bunch of yes men and a whole bunch of additional fall guys. And I think I want to see more Pace and less of Nagy now.
Really? So you don't see him as a bundle package? So
No.
Really? So obviously he built a good defense. Obviously, but obviously we see in today's NFL that is not enough. So you're happy with the offense that he's built over these you're happy with these type of decisions. And yeah, I'm not even talking about just the Mitch decision. I'm talking about just period.
Yeah, and so that's hard to say, I guess, because now looking at what Nagy did with Mitch when when the team was healthy, it's okay, that it looked like we made it to the playoffs, and then with an unhealthy line now, and injuries and a whole lot of gaps, to me now it's really falling on Nagy. Like, and I think what really set me over the edge was Nagy, once he handed over play calling, he seemed to throw everybody else under the bus. And to me, I'm like, yo, as the head coach, you don't do that, man. And I wanted to give you a clean start after you brought in all these new coaches that, I thought from the outside, he's like, okay, he's bringing in veterans now, right? Like Bill Lazor's an older guy. Maybe he's looking for kind of veterans because he felt like that young pressure. And now it just seems like he just wanted some yes men that wanted to get paid. And so it falls on the coaching for me, because seeing that we made the playoffs with what we had, we didn't have any. I mean, Mitch made the Pro Bowl. Let that sink in. How did that happen?
He was an alternate.
Yeah.
For real.
Was he an alternate or something like that?
Probably
Also?
right. I think
But
someone
he made it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So yeah,
He
you
was
can't take that
assistant
away
to the
from
Pro
him.
Bowl.
You cannot take that away from him. All right, okay. So you're saying just Nagy's on a hot seat. DG, truth. I think you're on the same page. I'll ask you a different question, but DGB, same question to you. Do you feel different?
okay, so what did I say 3 weeks ago?
You thought everything was roses. You said they were gonna make the Super Bowl and everything.
You thought everything was
no,
roses.
no, you said everything
It
was
smelled
cool,
like
cool
doo
too.
that's for sure.
No, I think I was saying at that time that I was hoping, obviously, as we all were, that Nagy would give up the play calling, right?
Right.
Because I was under the thought that he's a better leader than maybe he is an offensive caller, play caller. Maybe he can scheme some things up, but I don't know. Just something's obviously off, right? So I thought maybe the leader of kind of the team put some weight into that. But historically, when you look at things, when you have a GM on the hot seat and a coach at the same time, whether there's varying degrees of that or not, there usually is a package deal, because a GM is going to want to come in and be able to pick his head coach. The Bears kind of hamstrung that last time when they brought in Pace and saddled him with Fox, as we all know. Because he was kind of unproven and, all of that. But there were so many other talented candidates there that maybe wouldn't have adhered to that. So, it's something to think about there. But for me, both guys at this point, I don't even know now, with losing the team as he has, like how much of that leadership that Nagy has, right? Play calling, I already kind of was knowing that he couldn't do it. But the Nagy thing, I mean, I don't know. There's just been too many inexcusable moves that, put him under a spotlight that is very bright and very hot. I mean, we're reminded of it pretty much every like Monday night game or Sunday night game where you've
Thursday
got
night
Patrick
game.
Mahomes and you've got Deshaun Watson in a matchup, and they, in a roundabout way sometimes, or directly, make it about, missing on that draft pick. And the players that some of those turned into, Alvin Kamara was a third-round pick.
Oh my goodness.
And then Fred Warner was a third-round pick the next season as well. And obviously that, you have to draft correctly and all of that, but that's the level of talent that was still out there that we missed out on by moving up one spot with a team that had no interest in the guy that we wanted. And that right there kind of, seals it. Pace has had some good hits here and there as well, so I'll give him that. But overall, man, it's just such a sour taste in the mouth that I don't know if you can come back from that.
So you're ready. Commit,
Yeah.
DGB. Commit. Yes, he's ready.
yeah.
He's out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Say
I
Nagy or
feel you.
Pace or both?
Both. I
Both.
think if you lose one or the other, I mean, obviously
Not here.
one or the other is going to be gone. But I think if you lose one or the other, you got to lose both.
Yeah.
Pace, I don't think he deserves another shot at getting another head coach and another quarterback. And at the same time, Nagy, I just find it too hard to believe that you'll get a good GM to come in here and be like, okay, I'm going to go with this guy who's shown you what.
Exactly. Exactly.
Before you go on to truth, I was really in my thoughts of all of this, right? And I was right there. Let's get rid of them both. And I guess the biggest thing.
You're going through it. You had a bottle of scotch right there.
Yeah,
He went through all the
Decisions.
phases, bro.
it was hefty.
Cold sweats,
And then I remembered.
sleepless nights.
I remembered the NFL draft coming to Chicago, and me and Professor, and we win. to see the second round. And who did we meet there? Who did we come across? Came across McCaskey himself. Remember that, Professor?
I do.
And
Oh, yeah.
most importantly, what I remembered about this moment was the
Handshake?
soft handshake. Yes. And that, as I got back in all my emotions, I realized this man that's making these decisions gave me a fish handshake.
He said this, man. That's soft.
Mm,
Oh no.
mm.
Oh, hot take. Hot take.
Okay, but
He was instantly
what you're
identified.
saying is that's where the problem. If that's where the problem is, which I think we can all agree, because there's been a lot of years of bad choices, right? However, if that's what the problem is, and that's not going to move anywhere, you're inclined to keep either Nagy or no, not Nagy, right? Pace. You want to keep him because you know that the problem is above him, as opposed to maybe bringing in somebody else who might be more competent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't trust that because who knows if they are going to be more competent, right? Like
Hey man,
we're relying
mediocrity
on
or
their hand.
bust is this motto that we're going with right now, and we're all aboard the mediocrity train. So it's like,
How worse?
I'd
can
rather
you get?
just swing
How
and miss
worse can you
again,
get?
I guess.
Like our offensive
to the
ratings
Jets.
are as bad as the Jets right now. Like how bad can you get at this point? You know what
You
I'm
see,
saying?
and
next step
I
down.
guess I'm just
One
like,
spot.
yeah, I guess I'm thinking
Literally.
that Pace is going to pull a Nagy and put in Foles like he did, like down the line if he gets re-signed. Like, listen, I got enough of you McCaskies. I mean, the owner, Virginia McCaskey. She's been around for how long? Like,
Oh my goodness.
she's seen football plenty.
Half a century or
They
more.
just got to be removed. Yeah, the game is so different. So we wonder why people in positions are the way they are. But it's like they're trying to do business from the 40s.
Get the old whites out of here. Okay. I'm sorry, DGB. I'm just kidding. All right. So after a few losses, let's say they stay on for another year. Truth, I'm gonna ask you this next one because we haven't heard your beautiful. What is it? Tenor? Is it a tenor? Or, no, your bass. He's a bass,
My
right?
melodious voice,
Yeah, melodious voice. We haven't heard your
or
beautiful
whatever you want to
melodious
call
voice
it.
yet. All right, Truth. So I know you're not a Chicago Bears fan. I know you're a Green Bay Packers fan. I know you bleed green.
Mhm.
But I'm here to ask you right now: with the projected, as of right now, we're projected to have the number 14 pick in the draft, right? If you're looking at past years, now hopefully next year's a little bit better because there's a crap ton of QBs, but we might see like 4 QBs go in the first round or in the top 10.
5 or 6. No.
Yeah.
But in recent years, around the number 14 pick, we've had the likes of Dwayne Haskins, Josh Rosen, and QBs like that. Now, granted, in older years, you've had, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, but I don't know if we're seeing the likes of that next year. Higher in the draft, yes. But at number 14,
Yeah.
would you not only trust Pace and Nagy with that pick, but would you look forward to more of a rebuild? We have a few picks next year. And when I say rebuild, I'm saying gut it. I'm talking get rid of the defense. Khalil Mack, love you, goodbye. Akeem Hicks, man, amazing, goodbye. Kyle Fuller, you're good, goodbye. You see what I'm saying?
And
How do you feel about a full-on rebuild?
end result of what?
Like right now.
You're getting your, if you got rid of defense, you're trying to build the offense even more. It's not, unless you're trying to get like a completely balanced team, like, okay, defense, okay, offense.
I would say a rebuild as in we're not trying to win right now, because right now we're still in win mode. Like we're still trying to actually win. Accepting that we are nothing but mediocre, accepting that we're mediocrity and scrapping what we have that's good in order for future pieces. So maybe we don't get a QB in the first round. Maybe we focus on our offensive line, things of that nature. What are your thoughts of that?
All right. So first of all, I feel like tanking obviously it's out of the cards. They should have pulled Belichick a lot sooner. But even if they did do that and we were to get a first round pick, I wouldn't want that in the hands of Pace or
A
Nagy
high first round pick.
because
Okay.
no, or just a high round pick because they're trash. They've proven that they can't do it. Pace can't do it. It's a ladder, bro. It's a chain effect. Now you start from the top. You had Pace. He missed it many times on the picks. And then you go down to Nagy, who came in with this false confidence and hope, kind of like the QB did that we have. And it's just like we're going off of that, and there's nothing being shown or proven. We're trying to get these wins, but we can't do it. So at some point, you got to call it quits. So I wouldn't say completely like get rid of the defense entirely like that, but I would say something's got to give. Like we got to get rid of some key players for a better offense and specifically a QB. We got to get a new coach, and I think Pace has got to get out of here too. Honestly, entirely. Just like you said, complete rebuild mode. Honestly,
I
but I just
guess
don't feel like you have to get rid of the whole defense though. Like I feel like you really don't.
what I was thinking, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I was looking for like a full rebuild. I'm tired of being in that middle range of, hey, we're going to struggle just to get to the wild card. And if we got there, we're not going to win. But even the chances of just getting to that weekend is very, very slim. But we're not even going to suck enough to get a high first round pick. Like I'm tired of being in that gray area for forever.
It's all false hope, dude. It's all false hope. Fool's gold.
I'm
From
tired
the
of
top
that.
to bottom.
So I'm saying, accept where we are.
Mhm.
And instead of trying to win within the next 2 or 3 years or so, get rid of the defense. Like, yeah, we're going to suck for next year, but build. If we draft a young quarterback, build. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we have to get a veteran like Ryan Fitzpatrick or someone like that. You know what I mean? Like, build those type of expectations. You see Miami is in the process of doing it, and they're doing it extremely well. How come we can't do something that makes sense? And I get it. It's Pace, it's Nagy, it's McCaskey's. I understand
it's what Jay said. Literally, like get rid of the old white dudes, bro. The playbook, I've said it many times, is old as hell. It's whack, bro. We've been running that, and it has just not been working. Period. So like get some swag in here. Get some new dudes. Bill Lazor came from Miami.
No,
right?
Nagy has introduced a different way of non-Chicago Bears football. At least offensively, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but then what happened?
Because usually it is more of the I formation, running the ball, playing good defense, and Nagy's gone completely oppo. Yep. So it's like a little bit different there, leadership-wise. Yeah.
Okay, leadership. Then maybe talent on the field. I guess our dudes aren't as talented as we thought they are.
It's all about the key. It's all about the key positions, though, and that's the thing where Professor, when you were talking about getting or trading off some of our key defensive players, and I kind of posed the question of, does it get us a quality quarterback, right? Because obviously the things that we've seen that propel teams to wins is quarterbacks and definitely line play, offensive, defensive line, getting pressure. So it's like the Khalil Mack. I mean, first of all, next year's salary cap going down, so that'd be a tough one to trade because his salary is crazy. And while he's graded highly, the production hasn't been there necessarily, or to the level he's getting paid, right? So I would say keep him.
When Akeem
but
Hicks is out, because when Akeem Hicks is out, it's like non-existent. It's like Leonard Fournette right there. Yeah,
there's some good. Yeah, like Balil Nichols is performing really well. Brent Urban is performing damn well this year too, but they don't demand the presence that Akeem Hicks does. So it definitely makes Mac, falter a little bit. But my whole thing is, if we're trading off things like that, because Miami did do it well, they got rid of Minka Fitzpatrick, who is a stud, but they get back draft picks. They're building up their offensive line. They got Tua, they had Fitz magic to kind of usher in Tua's, reign for possibly more next year. And they're right there for a playoff spot.
They got a black head coach.
Yeah, and he's good QB. Too, man. Defensive-minded, though, right? So, I know we had a little fatigue with defensive-minded head coaches because Lovey was in town for so long. But, then we've come to see the last couple offensive-minded coaches, well, with Trestman and now Nagy, it's been a struggle to find the right
Fake
one.
magicians. Fake.
But that's the whole thing with with the quarterback position though too, right? I mean, that's the name of the game, is finding that player. So if we can trade off some stud players to get a guy we know is solid, to good, I mean, you know what I mean? That's where you take your jump and see if your defense can hold up for that year or two. But aside
So
from
you're
that,
saying you want to trade away a piece to jump up in a draft, or trade away a piece to get a quarterback that's out there right now?
I
I
mean,
don't
I
think
guess
there's
it's
a
all
quarterback worth there out there that's worth it right now.
So
To be honest.
truth, you don't want to rebuild.
I want a rookie QB,
You want a rookie QB.
a rookie QB that can start up from start, build them up. Pat Holmes.
I just don't trust this. I don't trust the organization with this current scheme. I don't trust this current regime with a new QB. I'm sorry, Porky.
Right.
What about just real quick before we move on? Rebuild or no? You're not in for it.
No.
You're stubborn as hell, Porky. Why do you like mediocrity, Porky?
No, well, okay, because we're not talking about one of the most important things, right? David Montgomery is not a franchise running back,
Yeah.
So when we're talking about this, we need a run game, right? And I've never been high on Montgomery at all.
I don't think anyone has. But
He's not. Yeah,
Eddie.
it's Eddie, yeah, So that is a crucial part to the game. Like if you know that your running back is barely going to get you 3 yards, if that, even when the line was somewhat decent. On top of that, right? I've never seen any sort of massive explosive. I thought I saw more potential out of Mitch than David Montgomery, and David Montgomery just it's he's not there for me. So when we see right then and there was no running game, or so when they were saying he's not calling running plays, well, he can't run the ball. So I don't know, that's hard for me to kind of really judge. So, and on top of that, when I don't know, man, it's you sign Jimmy Graham, old man River over there, like. And I'm like, okay, maybe their rationale was because Cole Kmet was a similar type body, so maybe he can try to usher him in. But Kmet hasn't really been getting a lot of playing time as well too.
He
So.
said he in the last press conference he did say he's going to increase his time with Kmet, but Kmet has to actually perform. But that Jimmy Graham signing was pretty booty as well too.
Nice payday.
Yeah. I mean, he's gotten touchdowns. I think it's I mean,
earlier on.
I agree with a lot of the Montgomery and all that as well. But the play calling and the scheming, right? Because last year for a stretch, Nagy went to more of like the I formation and the heavy packages, and Montgomery didn't look as bad, but that was also the Bears playing with a lead or, kind of on even ground. And it's like once they get behind, Montgomery isn't a back that makes it or isn't, the guy who's special. Right,
Mm-hmm.
who can do different things and break off for a play. So yeah, it's tough.
So
Lions. Oh, well, go ahead. Is somebody about to say something?
Yeah. So I'm just thinking back too, right now. If we were to redraft, we're gonna love to play this game, right? I wouldn't want Mahomes. I would prefer Watson personally, under this same exact regime, because Mahomes is, man. He's a talented dude, but what he has there, wow, he's got a king's ransom
storm.
plus some.
The absolute perfect storm.
So,
but not that much defense. They sacrificed a little defense for a phenomenal offense.
Storm.
So why can't we do that? Like, okay, so I'm willing to give up Khalil and like Traquan for another star. I guess receiver for the offense then, and then we're sacrificing a little bit. But we also have to.
Traquan.
I said Traquan. I was thinking of Traquan. So that's crazy, bro.
Roquan, that'd be a hell no. I'm not getting rid of Roquan.
And Roquan Smith, he's got a hybrid.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, hold on, cut. Start that over. All right.
That's Green Bay Packers for y'all.
There's no way that's getting edited out.
That's how much I don't care about our Chicago Bears, man. That's crazy. But yeah.
Hey, no, they're not the Chicago Bears. Chicago football team. Dead ass. They lost their name, bro.
We need another QB, bro. And if we're getting rid of big pieces on the defense like that for a better offense, then new QB,
since we're playing, you want to play that game? You say Watson over Mahomes, RG3 or Mitch?
At least we know Mitch will stay healthy.
Not really. His shoulder's been killing him continuously, so.
You got how about Cam or Mitch? Ooh, no, not Cam. Taysom Hill or Mitch.
I don't know if that'll work in Chicago.
This one's for Porky. Colin Kaepernick or Mitch?
Oh. In this regime, as is.
You want to take
As is.
I mean, I would go Colin because at least I know he can throw it further than 30 yards. Somewhat accurately.
One more time. You actually said, oh my God, kid, this is momentous. Everyone, yes, take a drink, take a hit, whatever.
It happened.
This man.
It.
Love it. Yes, no, Colin Kaepernick over Mitch. Why does that man not have a job? Does he just suck or something? What the hell is going on here? We saw RG3. I don't even know the dude that was out there in the Pittsburgh game this week. Bill DiNucci down in freaking
Ben
Cowboys.
DiNucci,
yeah.
He's a rookie, so I mean they're taking their shots. But like Ryan Finley, for Cincinnati as
Mike
a backup.
Glennon, like, what are we doing here?
Listen, my only problem with Cap is he's just a
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
What are we doing?
Oh.
All right,
Mason Rudolph.
Right?
Weren't the Bears talking about Deshaun Kaiser? I didn't even know he was still playing.
Real quick, all right. Let's get off the Bears, but before we do, we got the Lions, Houston.
Wait, why are we still talking about the Bears?
Huh?
Wait, why are we still talking about the Bears?
Oh, that's true.
What team?
The football team. We're not going to talk about the Chicago football team for a little bit, but real quick. Lions, Houston, Vikings, Packers. We making the playoffs, yes or no?
No.
DGB?
Lions? No.
No, I'm saying that's our schedule. My bad. That's our schedule.
Oh, I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah,
the
Lions,
Bears making
Houston,
the playoffs?
No, Lions, Houston, Packers, Vikings, or Vikings, Packers. No?
No. The one winnable game might be Detroit, and we barely won on that one when DeAndre Swift was not playing and dropped a touchdown.
Yeah.
Now he's been on fire if he plays, obviously. But
Porky, yes or no?
I'm not answering stupid questions.
Damn. Chicago football team. I'm the most optimistic damn person out there. I can't even get myself to say yes.
On the other side, guys, the Packers. It's really nice over here.
Shut up. Shut up.
You want to see? I give you some history, you know?
I did go back and like try to listen through some of our predictions and all that. And I think you said the Packers were going to be 11-5, if I'm not mistaken. So they're right there. I said the Bears
was
were
it 8-3 right now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I said the Bears were 8-8. So that would be lucky to make it there after how it started.
Fingers open. Like you said, I only see one win out in these next four, but we'll see. All right.
I see 0. A goose egg.
Damn.
That means Green Bay
lost
the 4 matches.
Higher draft pick. All right.
We all saw that picture though. Of who was standing behind Mitch when he was trying to get hyped, and he looked at him like, "Are you serious?"
But he was like,
right now?
Let's go. Bring it tight. Bring that simple, man. It's about what you got in here. Bring a little heart with you tonight. Bring a little heart. This game's about will. What are you willing to do for the guy next to you? Bring that. One, sweat, tears. Leave that on the field. Everything you got. Sunday night football. Let's go.
Bilal Nichols,
yeah. Looking at him like.
But seriously, hold up. If you go back and look at that video, because I know the Bears posted it, it was like right when Mitch ends his whole thing, Eddie Jackson was like, yo, okay, can I say something real quick? And then, like, I saw it on the video right before the game, like, live, that he then was talking, but, like, they never showed the audio for that. And I was like, damn, I wish they would have put that up.
Probably would have been better, probably, but yeah, no, that they absolutely no. You should have seen the tweets underneath that video. Like, I feel bad for my guy Mitch, even though he sucks. Like, bro, he can't look at TV, he can't look at his phone. His name is slandered everywhere, and I'm just wondering why Carson Wentz ain't just like that too, because he's just as bad. But
he got paid.
He's getting.
How do you step on a field after like seeing all that shit and knowing that you're trash? You know, like it's beyond me, bro. It's mind-boggling.
So on to hopefully before we get off of here, some more positive news. Hopefully positive. The Bears? Oh, wow.
Stop
The
that.
Bulls, the Chicago Bulls, start playing the preseason next week, guys. We're already here. We're already in the NBA season. We didn't even know that shit.
Regular season is like 21 days.
Right, exactly. So season after that, we got a new core. We got a new front office. Same core, new front office. Added a couple pieces. Got Patrick Williams, number 4 in the draft. I don't think we've had a pod since. So on behalf of the squad, Patrick Williams, welcome to Chicago. Hey, and you got your rookie holographic card.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Not gonna
so
sell
fire.
it because we have big expectations for you, Patrick Williams. There we go. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
with
talking
this kind
So
of
does
whack
AK.
auto though. Look at this. Look at this autograph. What is this?
about. PW.
But-
All right.
Huh? PW. That's it. But I saw the Kobe White had did the same damn thing. So whatever. Anyway,
Listen, because they don't know how to do signatures anymore. How do I
there's,
do the rest of the cursor?
scratch.
Bro, that you are right. These kids are like these kids were born in 2000 and 2001. I'm realizing that and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I'm old. Wow.
Crazy.
Right.
Wow. So yeah, most of them don't know cursive. That's the lost art. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I've lived twice as long as
No.
them. Almost.
the oldest
No longer mandatory to learn that in elementary school. When they did that, it went downhill from there.
Truth, you didn't learn shit in elementary school. What you talking about, bro?
I didn't say me. I didn't say me, bro.
Oh. But hey, Truth, look at you. You're decked out in Bulls gear. Is that a Bulls jersey I see right now? Bulls hat, Bulls
23.
jersey.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, celebrating 23rd
The 23rd pod, baby.
23rd pod is a
Listen.
pod. Hey.
Listen, first things first. I woke up this morning listening to Juice WRLD, and I didn't even know it's his birthday. I wore this jersey, not even knowing it was the 23rd pod. In my notes, I got episode ? Because I didn't know. I'm just saying it, bro. 2 for 2. 2 for
How you feel
2.
about the Bulls? How you feel about the Bulls?
3 for 3 right now because the truth take. So, all right.
Whoa. You have a truth take coming up? What's going on? What's your truth take about the Bulls? Let me hear it.
So, all right. So, the reason I'm decked out today is because I'm excited. I'm decked about this season, bro. So, I was super optimistic about the draft. And I was like, okay, we got P. Will. Dude looked good. Like during his highlights, Professor and I actually stumbled across an actual scouting video where we saw all the bad stuff. So it was just like, ooh, the bad's really bad, but this dude's talented. He's versatile. Like, he's the big body. He's got the dribbles. He's got a shot. I'm liking how he's looking. I don't like the hype, though, for this kid. AK calling him, Scottie Pippen, because of how the comparison is just not there for me. It's just like, bro, AK, first of all, you're not who's the coach then?
Jerry Krause?
Krause. Yeah, you're not Krause.
Phil Jackson?
No.
The coach?
Who drafted
Jerry Krause.
Yeah, Jerry Krause. There you go. He made
GM.
the moves for Pippen, whatever. But I just don't see that comparison, but he's gonna be good. But what I do like is the team morale and how the management is engaged with the team now. That's good to see. You're asking them questions what do they want to happen on that court? What do they want to happen off the court? They're getting them more engaged. That's all the
From last
live.
year. Facts.
Exactly. The live interview from Markkanen last night, I think it was. And this dude's just look, I'm just going out there putting in all the work that I have to, like I usually do. Nothing's changed. We got a new front, but we're just gonna go out there and play the same. But these dudes are, he's got that expectation. We all got the expectation of him because he's going into his 3rd year, or is this his 2nd year?
Third.
He should 3rd, right?
Marketing, right?
Yeah, Markkanen. So we all have that expectation of him, having his breakout year. And I think with the team that we got currently in this staff,
It's 4th, right? I was
Fourth?
hold on, yeah, no, because he's playing for a contract.
Wendell Carter's
Yeah.
3rd.
Yeah, this is Wendell Carter's 3rd. Markkanen is actually playing for a contract.
Yeah, because this will be Kobe's 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kobe,
yeah.
Wendell, Laurie,
There
Bahal.
you
Yeah.
go.
We have expectations, but we're not setting them too high. Just keep in mind, look, we know what it was in the past, so we'll have to see how it happens, when they hit the court. Preseason is actually going to be good. I'm going to watch that to make sure that we're going into the season right. But right now, it sounds.
They haven't played in forever.
I'm super optimistic about it. I know, man.
I'm concerned. They weren't invited to the bubble. I think, was it 9 months or something? They haven't played basketball, things like that. But yeah, exactly. That's DGB expectations for the Chicago Bulls, the new Chicago Bulls, I should say. What are your expectations for this year? Playoffs?
I mean,
We
I
just saw
started to think
we just saw Westbrook go to Washington now. Breaking
right.
news.
So Westbrook and Bradley Beal,
Brooklyn Nets
which
looking pretty heavy.
regular season, they'll be fire, and then the postseason when you got to run 7 games, probably about the same recipe that always happens. But yeah, the East did get stronger, right? Overall, I don't know. I want to say that they'll be about a 500 team, which historically makes the playoffs in the East, or is right there.
Whoa. Did I just hear numbers say? Hold
I
on.
know. Oh,
There you go, Statman. Let's go, Statman.
perfect. No, yeah, if you can manage historically, if you managed a 500 season in the East, you'd be well on your way to a playoff spot. This year might be a little bit tougher. Obviously, we've got a lot of better talent coming to the East. So the Bulls, they might sneak in and get an 8th seed, and I think that'll be kind of the expectation with this new management. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of melding of talent, but we're also assuming we're also assuming health, right? Because that's the whole thing. Because that's what we said last year. I mean, for the most part, I think what I commented, Truth, we were talking the other day on Twitter where it was like Laurie with what he was going to do this season. And if he does the 20 points and 40% from the field, or from 3 rather, like that is kind of what he can do to take the next step. Because right now I think he's like 35% from 3 for his career. So 5% is a decent jump. But
it's a big jump. It's a good enough jump for sure. It can put the
in
team
a
over
better
the top 4
offensive
wins
system,
for sure. So
putting him, because basically I was trying to do it off of Gallinari, which similar play style, but Markkanen's a better player. You would think.
Hopefully, we would hope. So, 21 games under 500 last year. This year playoffs. I don't think you answered. Do you believe we can do playoffs? Because
I said 8. Yeah, 8th.
Oh, you
seed.
say yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think just sneaking in 8th seed, which
okay.
you know what I mean. That'll get the job done to get in the door, but
okay.
Get a little experience.
Porky, you look unamused over there.
Yes, I'm very unamused by your topics of conversation because this squad is going to be the 7th, maybe even the 6th seed. Daniel Gafford is going to have a breakout year.
Oh, woo!
Yes.
Hot takes here. Okay.
Dan Gafford is going to step up and play a true big man center, right? And the hype and energy that we're going to get from Williams with that, being able to feed off of Gafford's center role, true center role, and him being able to play that 3, 4, 5, whatever, and Billy Donovan out here saying, "Listen, man, we're not just going to run Markkanen just with pick and shot, he's so much more versatile than that, And Markkanen was a lie. This man saying, "Oh, everything's the same. We're going to work just as hard." You ain't worked last year. You're going to put in work this year. You did nothing last year. Everybody tried to find time to take off and do anything and everything, So this team and more importantly, Kobe White and this guy Devin Dotson that they signed, the Chicago native too. The hype that kid's gonna have playing at the UC. He was over there watching Rose tear it up. So I'm really liking those two dynamics for them to learn and grow. I really think that Gafford's gonna have a phenomenal year. I like his ceiling higher than Wendell Carter. Carter is the biggest anomaly for me. I don't know, man. He just seems like a boring individual.
Doesn't pass the eye test because this is a boring motherfucker.
yes.
That was where else can you get scouting like this, guys? DaSquad Chicago is the only place. The only place you get scouting like this.
Like and subscribe below.
Hilarious. Okay, hey, I love to hear the optimism. Low key, I'm excited too. Honestly, I'm looking to get this bad taste of the Chicago football team season out of my mouth. Listen, I understand that this is still like I know we've got the same core, but it's still a young offense. Like, I know they say they want more versatility. They want more people holding the ball, so it's not just all on Kobe. They want more shots to be able to be taken, especially at the end of the game, so it's not just all on Levine. I love the whole team concept. So, yeah, I feel you, Porky, on the optimism. I just think there's way too much talent in the East. I'm still excited, but I'm not expecting playoffs this year. I'm going to be excited as hell. I'm going to cheer. I'm going to root. I'm not going to be upset like I was when I was with Boylen because I am expecting a few losses as we get this together. But I like Billy D. So far, I like AK, Mark Beasley. I like these. I like the moves they've made. I have. So I'm good for this year. I understand we're in a process. I just want to see what type of moves we make, especially for next year. That's when my expectations will start going up. But at least for this year, I really don't expect playoffs. I really don't. But, hey, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Zach LaVine does well. Hope you're right, Porky. Gafford, I hope I'm wrong. But we'll see. We will see. All right. We're coming up on time right now. I know there's crazy stuff happening in basketball. We talk too much about the Chicago football team. Next time, hopefully, we'll talk more about the NBA because that's where at least my heart truly lies. And
it's coming up.
It's coming up. It's coming up. And again, I want that bad taste out of my mouth in the CFT. So, but anything else on the NBA that you guys want to talk about before we move on?
Opener game, the 22nd.
22nd.
Got Clippers,
yeah, like I said,
Clippers, Lakers.
Yeah, preseason.
And Nets and Warriors.
I don't think we play on Christmas,
No,
but I'm so excited for those Christmas games. It's gonna be pretty cool. But we'll see. We'll see if they can get the season going through without a bubble. I mean, I know we got the vaccine coming, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, right. They've got smaller rosters, so it's like replaceable players. Like losing a guy like obviously Lamar Jackson isn't ideal, but like you've got other guys, more depth. Whereas the other position, Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins both can't play, but they've got Gus Edwards.
Exactly.
If you've got, like
Zach LaVine go down
and Karis LeVert, not just saying both their stars, but like have both of those two dudes go out. That's 2 out of your 12, kind of active roster. Man, like.
And I feel like I know there's more people with football, but that's like a lot. It feels like a lot more compact. Like if there was an outbreak to happen, it feels like it'd be easier in basketball for some reason. But hey, I'm not speaking anything that exists. Hopefully, it goes off without a hitch like it did this summer. We'll see.
It's all good though, man, because they got the miraculous healing because these football players they only get COVID for 48 hours and then they're healed. Like, come on now.
If you have no symptoms, you can play in 5 days.
Bro.
If you're negative tested then after or whatever, you no symptoms, 5 days clearance.
So the quarterback that licks his hands and passes it to the wide receivers and then proceeds to get behind the entire
What about the line? What about lining up? You're lining up across and I'm doing nothing but huffing that in your face. Like, come on. Like, I don't get it. I'm not a doctor. I don't get it. But talk about, speaking of miraculous before we move on, the one thing I do want to say is people, like, I know 2021 is coming up, but that doesn't mean miraculously everything's going to be better. So please, contain your excitement. Adjust your expectations for 2021 because it might start off like shit, just like this week here did. So,
here's
want to say that
question.
Real quick. But
here's a big question: Will
up?
there be fans in the Super Bowl?
No. Oh, actually, February in Florida. Yeah, there will be for sure. Yep.
Yeah, because it's in Florida.
Yep. February in Florida.
For sure.
All you got to say is Florida. Whatever month. Doesn't matter.
They don't give a fuck.
Florida.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. All right. All right. So all of us are here, as we do every pod. When all of us are here, we're males. We're alpha males. We have to have some sort of pride in our takes. So we decide after every pod that all of us are here who had the best pod, who carried the team, who's on fire. Remember, gentlemen, you cannot vote for yourself. I'll go ahead and start off this time. At first, I didn't think this man deserved He's on Fire today because for some reason he loves mediocrity. But then something came out of nowhere. That was optimism. That was optimism coming from Porky. His takes about the Chicago Bulls really lit a fire. You see what I did there? Little fire under me. Got me hyped up. So my he's on fire is going to Porky today. Porky, who's yours?
I agree.
Mine is going to go to. We're going to Truth.
Woo! Truth hot. Truth hot. Truth hot. All right, Truth is your turn. Now you got to give it to me or DGB. That's just how the train goes, so we can all be nice. Hey, participation award. Go ahead.
No, I was giving it to Porky because, yeah, dude, like I said, well, you said, Prof, that the Bulls are not making it to the playoffs, and I was on board with you there because we got to figure it out first. You're not going to get straight there. But Porky put me on a little bit. He got me a lot more optimistic about it, already being optimistic about the Bulls. So, but I didn't like to take on a kid that's mimicking D-Rose, man. That's too much for me, bro. It's too much for me, bro. I'm not about it. Prove me wrong, but I'm not about that. But I'll give it to
Wendell Carter.
DGB, just out of respect, who you got?
Yeah. No, I was going Porky. I know we're going to do the Folo show at another time, but tip of the hat to you and your other co-parent.
Oh, fantasy talk, yes.
Jack. Yeah, no,
Yes.
right, man. You guys are
Pulled
still
out
in
a
it.
last second dub.
Yeah. No, it was a first round, put you on the canvas. And then it was like the rest of the time I was in defense mode and didn't win a single round.
You got Nate Robinson? Is that what you're saying? You got Nate Robinson?
No, it wasn't like that. Whoa. Scott, I know where you live. I can come visit you. No, it was more like I said, I knocked him down in the first round and then I didn't win a single round after that. You know what I mean? Like 10-8 and then it was all 10-9. So my team, but Porky and Jack, hats off to you fellas.
All right, Porky. You're on fire, buddy.
Woo! All right. I'd just like to say, first off, thank you all the fans for listening and voting for me. By fans, I mean these three people in our podcast that I'm talking to right now. Thank you for voting for me.
Every time, really, so I don't have to do it.
So really, this is I really hope everybody supports small businesses. It's such a vital aspect for our economy and importance for our community. They get, whenever these big legislations happen, and whether it's not a political thing, right? Each side is going to favor one thing or the other, right? And somebody's going to get screwed. And who always gets screwed? It's the small business, They always just take it with no lube, And it's like, come on, guys. These people, they're out here. They're the ones that are supporting teams, local teams when that was a thing. They're supporting that. They're trying to get other artists and things tied together, and really just go and talk to them. They're busy, they got nothing going on now too, and just stop going to these big places for a while now and stop ordering and pouring your money into this big cycle of corporate greed, and you wonder why you can't get a raise, right? Because you're supporting these massive corporations, and the little guy is trying to hire you for cheaper, but that mom and pop is going to give you more than just money. It's going to let you become an entrepreneur, and that's what you're missing out on. So really change your view on that, man, and be connected.
Facts.
Do you think the little ma and pa like places are gonna blow up as we go further into like digital age, as far think about Amazon and stuff, like deliveries and stuff like that, whatever? Like that should probably help little mom and pop places.
No,
maybe
that's why Porky's PSA was so
important.
Okay.
Convenience is king. That's why even looking at like you're saying Grubhub, you know what I'm saying? Like convenience is the king, but like they take a 30% cut of these restaurants, and it's like order direct from them off their website or call,
straight up.
So
that was a good
definitely
PSA.
Small businesses for sure.
All jokes aside, that was good shit. Good shit. All right, well, we went a little over today, but hey, it's first time back in a little bit. Had to celebrate. Had to talk. Get all of our all these hot takes out, deflate us for a little bit. But hey, we'll be back next time. And then we got our follow pod sometime this weekend. So yeah, we'll see our faces in a little bit. But until then, good shit, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.